Hey guys, welcome in.
Fine, I'm playing a half aggro deck. Only half.
Jeff's playing a half aggro deck.
Only a half aggro deck. Because it's exerting.
I'm playing Sultai Reanimator.
Yeah. I'm thinking things like Manolith or Oracle's Vault as a tab out. Because I've got Inspiring Statue, which if I put Oracle's Vault in, it's going to be a much better route. The idea being if you get two Oracle's Vault on the board at the same time, then both cards you exile, and before, since it's like you can play it until the end of turn, so you exile two cards with them to make sure you're trying not to find land. So then you play one untap, then exile two cards. So it's a way to try and go through your deck unless you get something like two land behind each other. I think this would be a much more silly way to play this deck, and more enjoyable.
I can't play that hand.
What do you think?
I'd have to see it. I mean, often I think things sound great on paper and they just don't work at all.
Lots of things I think are great on paper are great on paper though.
Well, yeah, I'll have to see it to believe it.
Like my idea of running Neheb and Torrent of Hailfire, my thoughts are, if I could get this to be on the field at the same time, it would be amazing. And it is.
Yeah, if it's on the field at the same time.
Well, all you need is Neheb and the Torrent of Hailfire and you're good to go. Because it's 5 mana plus then at least 3 mana if you get to attack next turn. So it's an 8 mana Torrent of Hailfire, 7 uses, which is enough to destroy an opponent.
Keep that hand scry.
No, I still got a roll.
Yeah. I'll keep that on top.
I guess I'll keep.
18.
Try.
Okay, I'll go first.
I'm keeping.
Go.
My call paid off. Pass.
Go.
Pass. Got the Gust Walker as a turn 2 play.
Go.
Always watching.
Mhm.
Swing and exert for 4.
Mhm.
Last turn.
I remember this deck. Champion of Ronas.
Yep.
Go.
Task complete. Swing and exert for 4. Last turn.
Okay. Swing and exert. Putting World Breaker onto the battlefield.
Void when it enters.
It's not when I enters, it's when I cast it. I have to cast it. And it has reach. Are you blocking, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Use exerted. Just turn them upside down, that's my best way of doing it.
Okay.
So you don't need to use a counter. If you turn it upside down, you can then just tap to the side. It's quite a visual way, anyway.
Go ahead.
Feist. Tap 3. Combat Settlement. Tap 2. Gust Walker.
I'm going to counter Gust Walker.
Pass turn.
Pass.
Always watching.
Mm-hmm.
Combat.
Mm-hmm.
Swing and exert with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So target drop elites 5/5. Gust Walker is a 6/6, and combat's element is a 7/3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's game. Ouch.
Maybe this is more of an aggro deck than the other ones. It's because I've got red-black. I've got this as a tricolour aggro deck because that's an interesting idea.
Unfortunately, it's going to be shit when Always Watching goes out.
Unfortunately, it is. Because it also has Cathar Shield in here. Because they're both, well, Cathar Shield is another card I love.
Mm.
Because there's no real, I mean, I guess there's Conviction. There's a card to get on the defense. But the reason I like Cathar Shield is because it's a 0/3 colourless and no equipment. It means this one's probably just going to get condemned into falling out standard.
Mm.
Because, yeah.
I'll go first.
Without those cards in it, it's going to lose out in so much strength.
This
They're just
deck's
not-
going to be shit when standard rotates as well.
Well, lots of my more commonly played decks recently are still standard. I'm not going to keep.
Alt. Oh, Mulligan as well.
Lots of my decks will fall out of standard, but lots of the ones which I play all the time are ones which are heavily in standard. Because black-green energy is only energy, so which from Kaladesh block, which is a deck I've been playing more recently. I've got my black, green, red tokens, -1 counters even, which is still standard. Black, red, zombies, which is standard. And those are 3 of my most heavily played decks at the moment. I guess there's also mono green ramp, which once again is still standard. If I was to say the decks I played most. Only problem is I can't take ramp decks into a tournament so much because they're so critical on those creatures.
Keep
If you meet
scrolling.
anything with control, then it's not going to work.
I've got the funniest hand. Jank.
I'll keep. That can stay there.
Go.
Cool. Cathar Shield. Evolving Moss
Yeah.
into a red.
Okay.
It's always my favourite move to do when I have a Cathar Shield at hand, is play it before anything else.
If near deadlands, go.
Hey, I know that coming. Oh yeah, were you able to complete your,
Cycling deck.
yeah,
No. Well, I didn't do any more work on it. I just need to grab out a box of commons from my cupboard and
well if you're up for playing tomorrow, anyway my turn's to draw. If you're up for playing tomorrow, Josh,
yeah.
I'll probably have my other deck up by then. My null deck.
Cool.
Tap 2 into a Gust Walker. Assuming Trial Trader are as reliable as they always have been.
I know what to sideboard against that in the cycling deck. Abandon Sarcophagus.
What, just return cards from graveyard into deck?
you can play cycling cards from your graveyard. Go. You're gonna win this, man.
Okay. Because of how things are, I'm going to play green. Tap 3. And play a Hooded Brawler.
Mm-hmm.
Then swing with the Gust Walker for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Pass down.
Come on! Go.
It's one of these interesting things about like the Magic community, about all these different counters and tokens. They always find their own way to make it easiest. It's like when it comes to exerting creatures, finding a way which works to exert, like just tapping upside down, is a much easier route.
Yeah.
Evolving Wilds again into a red.
Yeah.
I'll then tap 3 and put Cathar Shield to the Brawler.
Yeah.
Combat, swing normally, but then exert with the Brawler, so he's 5/7.
Who's a 5/7?
He's 5/7.
Oh,
he's
sorry, I
exerting.
thought he was the drawing a card one.
No,
So 5 plus 2 is 7.
7. Then pass turn.
Man, they look so similar, like him and the... Oh my god.
It's because they're both kind of snaky creatures on a dark background.
Yeah. Cycle Sensor. Go. Actually, I'm going to scoop. You've
Oh,
got...
I didn't get enough mana for the Glory Bringer.
Let's see if Paul's called me.
You want to keep playing this matchup again?
Not really.
Really? Don't want to play Reanimator, or you just don't like this deck?
Well, that deck's fine, it's just Reanimator's crap against it, so I'm going to switch.
Yeah. Unless I switch deck as well.
I don't mind if you want to keep playing that game.
I'll switch deck, it's all good. If you want to keep playing Reanimator, I'll switch for a more fair deck against Reanimator.
Okay.
Because I plan on playing Black Green